Yeah, it has been a dreary day, and the rain, it's picking up. You can see the pockets of rain really starting to pick up. It's interesting in these brighter returns. Now, typically when you look at the radar, you see brighter returns, you think, oh, that's got to be heavier rain. But what's going on here is kind of interesting. We just got the Doppler radar back out of Greer, South Carolina, and what we're looking at here is something called bright banding. The radar beam are here in parts of northern Gaston, Lincoln, up towards Lake Norman and back towards the Morganton area is up around 3,500 to 4,000 feet. The bright returns are because there is some wet snow at that altitude. The wet snow reflects the radar beam better than a raindrop. It's a little denser, so it looks like a bright band. And actually, if you look at some of the dual pol data, we've had different sized what we call hydrometeors. Some are snowflakes, some are raindrops. Essentially, it's the melting layer where snow is melting on the way down, and it's showing that bright band. Now, it's not snowing at the surface, but if you were, at the top of a mountain at, say, 4,000 feet in that area, you might be seeing some snow. South Mountain State Park might be one of those locations where there might be a little bit of snow making it to the ground. There's a lot more moisture on the way from the south and west. It's all going to be just a chilly rain tonight with maybe a little bit of snow in the highest elevations. Temperatures, though, not moving much. We're going to be stuck in the 40s. You see some of the snow maybe in those higher elevations, but by tomorrow morning, the front pushes through and gets all of that moisture out of here, but it's going to bring really cold, dry air. So by Friday night, temperatures could fall below freezing pretty close to maybe sunset or after. That means maybe a refreeze of some of the water, a flash freeze possible wherever there's some moisture lingering for early Saturday morning, because we're going to drop down into the teens and low 20s. So by far the coldest air of the new year so far. And then during the day Saturday, even with sunshine, it's going to be a real struggle to get into the low 40s. So bundle up on Saturday. By Sunday, some clouds moving, but still very chilly. So a short blast of Arctic air this weekend. But I think this is the best part. Even though it's going to be cold, it's going to be dry. We've had so much rain to kick off the new year. We're actually going to probably get at least 6 or 7 days in a row with no rainfall. That's been kind of a shocker. Now, the really cold stuff, the Arctic air is up here in Canada. It's on the move. We're getting kind of a glancing blow, but in New England, this is a full onslaught. We're going to see wind chills in parts of New England, maybe 100 degrees below zero at Mount Washington. 50, 60 below zero readings would not be out of the realm of possibility. It's a short blast, but it's brutal for parts of New England where they've had a really warm winter as well. By next week, the ridge over the southeast returns, so we go from a short blast of cold air this weekend back to almost spring-like weather by the middle of next week. So the weekend, yeah, it's going to be chilly. 22 and 44 on Saturday, 28 and 55 on Sunday. So certainly a cold weekend, but it'll be dry and sunny. Now, our comet was visible last night with the aid of binoculars or a telescope. Problem is, we had mostly cloudy skies. Now, the good news is it's not going away. It's just the closest approach was last night. So wait till tomorrow night or likely early Saturday. You'll get a good chance to see it with binoculars or a telescope. You are not going to see this with the naked eye. Look north, look between the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper near the North Star. And after midnight to sunrise will be the best time to look. I'm going to try to get a shot of this tomorrow night. Long exposure photograph, probably the best chance to see it. Warm weather, though, in the long range forecast. After this cool weekend, we'll see temperatures jump right back above average, and the wet weather, it's going to stick around. Even though we're going to have a dry stretch of weather, certainly looks like the storm track stays over us. The Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Chilly weekend. If you're heading to scouting for food for us on Saturday, make sure you bundle up and bring us tons of food at our various locations around town. And then temperatures next week return to the mid to upper 60s. 10-day forecast, pretty mild forecast for that first full week of February.